animals.
How'd you get into loving snakes? As a kid, you were just like a snake guy? You was always coming home with reptiles and shit? Or how'd it go?
You must have been my neighbor. You must have known. So I was definitely the kid that grew up digging in the dirt for bugs and catching lizards and things in the backyard. And it's been something that I've been drawn to since I was a toddler. So ever since elementary school age, I've been drawn to reptiles specifically because they've really fascinated me. And I feel like snakes are misunderstood creatures. I can kind of be a misunderstood person, so we can kind of relate that way.
Where'd you grow up?
So I'm actually an LA native.
So were you like fucking with rattlesnakes in the backyard? Or what snakes did you come up with?
I've definitely handled my fair share of rattlesnakes. Damn. Thankfully, I've never been bitten. You know, I got all my fingers and toes and never had to, get any anti-venom or anything like that.
Shit.
But generally, like a lot of people don't realize that if you go up to Angeles National Forest, just a few miles up the road, you can see a lot of different species like gopher snakes, garter snakes, a lot of the different colubrids that are native here to Southern California.
Gardener snakes, that's one of the snakes I grew up with in Nebraska.
We
got gardeners. We got some gophers, I think, though, or something like that over there.
There's no rattlesnakes in Nebraska?
Oh, hell no.
I think it's because
In
it's
the
too
winter?
cold. Yeah, it's too cold.
It's too cold for you.
Yeah,
It's too cold.
It's too cold for me.
Like this.
I'm a reptile myself.
That's see, there you go.
What's crazy in my area, I stay in Bell Canyon. They actually have rattlesnake season.
Yes.
And I was like, is that a real thing?
So there are certain times of year where they're going to be a lot more active. And then also after they breed, a lot of times they're harem breeders. So you'll see like a whole group of males trying to get towards one female. I mean, hey, it's animal nature, human nature. We all want to go after the same girl. So a lot of times you'll see a lot of them together. And then in the wintertime, they do what's called brumation. It's almost like hibernation, but not quite. So brumation, they're going to end up all coming together in an area that is going to be warmer and secluded and like kept away from any other predators where they're not going to be disturbed during the wintertime.
One of the scariest fucking movies I ever saw when I was a kid was like they were all in this big ass area in Arizona, and then like they started construction on this fucking neighborhood, and like billions of snakes came out, fucking started killing everybody.
What's the name of the movie?
I don't know.
Was it
one of those ones that you just see on TV when you were a kid
TV
or whatever,
Sci-Fi Channel?
or some shit? But it was like it was very impactful to like. It felt like a snake around every fucking corner. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, when you're watching snakes on TV, what you end up seeing is they're being vilified. They're being shown as being evil and dangerous. This and the third. Like they get a bad rap. And one of my goals is to educate the public that these are these are creatures that really deserve our respect. Like if you give them the time of day and you acknowledge what they do for the environment, their role here on Earth, you kind of understand like, okay, this is not just some dangerous thing that's out to get me. It's not going to come out and bite me. It's not going to try and kill me. And most snakes are not venomous because, I mean, most people think, oh, it's going to bite me. I'm going to die. I'm like, you've got the slightest chance of anything like that happening.
How many times you got bit?
Countless. I mean, I work with constrictors, so...
I saw you taking their eggs.
Well,
She
yeah.
didn't look very happy. She didn't look very happy.
Oh, she was fine. She was fine. So that was Kira.
Yeah.
So the one that was in the Instagram video that you watched, I will do egg pulling because if you artificially incubate the eggs, it gives them a better chance of survival.
Yeah.
And all of my snakes that I bring out for like public appearances, they're desensitized to light, to touch, and sound. They're not going to react negatively to different stimuli. So me removing the eggs from her, she was like, okay, you're like bothering me a little bit, but it's okay. It's not like I was trying to like do anything drastic to her. She didn't feel threatened.
Now, did those, I think you said there was some sort of special crossbreed snake.
Yes.
Did they hatch?
So they're actually due to hatch in a week and a half, April 10th.
Shit.
April 10th. So, I mean, if you want to kind of like do a recap and come back, I can show you some like photos and videos. And
Said it was like a dwarf something or other, or something?
So the species is reticulated python. They're actually one of the largest species of snakes in the world. They come from Southeast Asia, primarily Indonesia. And this particular species of snake has the potential to get over 20 feet long as adults. Like my largest is a 17-footer. But there are some monsters out there in the wild. Like there are cases where you can find one that's like 23, 24 feet, 300 pounds, like massive, massive snakes.
You ever seen that video online where the fucking snakes are in the ceiling? And the dude
Yeah.
busted down and it's like the two biggest snakes of all time up there?
So those are reticulated pythons. That's that species.
Now, is it real when I see I'm looking online and there's one wrapped around a bus? Is that real?
No, that's fake. That's that's an
animatronic.
I don't know.
AI is killing you.
There's actually a couple of different zoos that have that at their exhibit where it shows like the Titanoboa. So it's like an ancient species of snake. Like nothing that'll be living now. It's like dinosaur times.
So why did they call you the Snakefather?
Well, I mean, I am the father of snakes. So I've got a number of different snakes, and I try to treat them like I would children. Like they are my children. I raise them, I breed them, I share them with the world, and I want people to see them in a way that's more personified, not just objectified.
I thought it was more like you would give people,
An offer they can't refuse.
You know what I mean? Yeah, if they fuck with snakes.
Well, I mean, I do have some snakes for sale, so if you make me an offer, I might make you an offer.
How many snakes you have?
Currently, I have 64.
Damn.
So, I might be a snake addict.
You gotta have 64 and no girlfriend, probably, right?
Oh, I'm married. I'm good.
So she likes snakes?
She tolerates snakes.
64, she likes them.
Snakes.
You need 5 more.
We had a compromise. So, I'm allergic to dogs. She loves dogs.
Okay.
We have 6.
Okay.
So, I mean,
There you go.
Oh, you got Frenchies, right?
Yeah.
I got Frenchies.
So we have 2 Frenchies, we have a Yorkie, we have a Corgi, and we have 2 Terrier mixes that were like rescues.
Has
and
any
then,
of them ever been eaten by your snake?
No. So the snakes don't even look at the dogs like they're prey. Like the dogs don't smell anything like their food. My animals are all well fed. Some of the dogs are a little stupid, so they might wander in the snake room. I'm like, all right, well, hey, don't go in there. You won't come back out.
Damn. You got poisonous snakes in your house?
No, I do not keep anything venomous. So
Is that for the record or?
that's
Is it legal to have venomous
there are
snakes?
certain species that are legal. You do need permits for most of them, but I'd rather not have that liability. I don't want to run the risk of being envenomated by something and having to go to the hospital. And that's a massive, massive bill. That's like $200,000-$300,000 worth of like rehab.
Do you ever try to drink snake venom? Is that a real thing? And you can get like...
So as long as you don't have any ulcers
and
or anything, you can drink the venom, but it's not going to build up your tolerance. Like drinking anti-venom is not going to build your tolerance. That's digested. So it's not like it's going into your bloodstream.
Again, saw that in a movie.
Now,
Some
I
guy
got a
was just
question
tipping
for
it
you.
back.
And we seen you work with the guy in the past, the real Tarzan. What the fuck is he doing? I just seen him in front of four cobras. Like, what's going on here?
I actually just talked to him a couple weeks
Like,
ago.
what's going on? Like, he's stressing me the fuck out because I know he used to play basketball back in the day. I think he's from California, right?
He's from Florida originally, but he also has a facility in, I think, Temecula, like somewhere a little further south of us.
Yeah, I know he played basketball, and I just don't want to see the guy get bit, man.
I mean, here's the thing. In the
opposed to
day
if
of
he
social media...
If you
I want to see anybody get bit.
Like if you play football or golf.
Dude, have you seen the recent one? Of
course.
Dude, he's in front of 4 or 5
Yeah,
cobras.
I mean, he was doing like some relocation type of videos because a lot of what he does now, it does still raise awareness. I mean, he is like one of the biggest influencers in the reptile community at this point. So it's nice to see that there are fresh eyes. But it's also interesting to see that like perspective where in the age of social media, everybody wants to have that viral moment, So everybody's trying to one up each other at this point. A lot of the YouTubers are doing things. A lot of the Twitch people are doing things. Podcasters are even doing things. So you'll see people go out of their way to do some risky type stuff. I'm not that guy. I'll tell you that right now.
What's the riskiest thing you've done with a snake?
Riskiest thing I've done with a snake. I mean, it really depends on what you consider risky. Because like everything that I do with my snakes, I'm just like comfortable with.
Yeah,
it.
but there has to be one at the top that you're like, it can go either way.
I don't think he does the either way.
I mean, I try to keep everything in a very controlled environment. I mean, I care for the snake's well-being, and I also care for my well-being as well. So I'm not going to try and run the risk. Like, I may be an adrenaline junkie, but I'm not going to involve my animals with that.
What's the most snakes you've played with at once?
18, 19.
So wait a minute. If you get bit by a cobra, how long? What do you have to live?
Well, there's a lot of variables. So there's such a thing as a dry bite where it will bite you and it does not actually inject any venom into you. So that is just scary because like it's okay, I could have died. But it also depends on the species of cobra. It depends on how much venom it injected into you. There's a lot of different factors.
What's the norm?
There is no norm. Every case is different. I mean, it's almost like if you were allergic to bees or anything like that. If you ever go into anaphylactic shock, you could just drop like that.
The norm is don't get bit.
Yeah, the norm is just stay away from cobras. I'll tell you that.
What's the most dangerous snake you ever handled?
Most dangerous snake that I've ever handled. I would have to say probably like a Western diamondback rattlesnake.
So you wouldn't mess with a cobra?
I would prefer not to.
Is the venom more toxic in the babies, right? Like the smaller
it's supposed to be.
It's not necessarily more toxic. It's just that they don't necessarily control how much of it that they're going to release.
Yeah, they got no control. They're like little kids. Yeah. I'm fucking dead. Damn, that's cool that they control it, I guess. They just be like, I'm not going to kill him too bad.
Like just enough to give it, make sure that it like drops dead over there and I can go ahead and get it.
Now, if you were to go to Universal or wherever the fuck is it, Disney, I don't know, but imagine you put on that Harry Potter hat and they gave you Gryffindor. Would you be pissed off?
I wouldn't be pissed off, but I mean,
Slytherin. You know what I mean? Like you're like, I was born for Slytherin. Well, like a snake whisper, like Harry.
Well, I don't speak parcel tongue, but I think that I kind of like relate more towards Ravenclaw personally.
Oh shit!
I'm just saying
that's wild.
No
one claims Ravenclaw,
and nobody claims Hufflepuff.
Oh yeah.
What came first, the snake or the egg?
Ooh, so
that's a great question.
If we go based off of evolution, we're gonna have to say the egg. Because, I mean, eggs were around when everything was aquatic. If you have, like, just talking about fish, then we can go with, like, dinosaurs and birds and things of that nature. They all laid eggs. So, I'm going to say the egg came first. Like, chicken and the egg came first.
How do you feel about the snake being the most
misunderstood?
Venomized, or not venomized, I guess, villainized person in the Bible? Basically, the snake fucked us all.
Well, I mean,
Eve fucked us up.
I mean, the snake was talking to her.
If we go based off of, biblical stories, then yes, you are kind of gonna have that bad rap from the jump. But if you go by the literal terminology, it says a serpent. It doesn't specifically say what type of serpent. It doesn't say that it was every serpent ever created. It just says a serpent.
I think technically it had legs, right? Because God took its legs, and that's supposedly whatever.
So, I mean, it's not like the snakes that I brought are evil. It's not like every single snake in the world has like some kind of evil ulterior motive.
Like if you're looking at it for too long, it's not going to just
right. It's not like Medusa where you're going to turn to stone or something,